So you know what's funny, right? Earlier this week, I uploaded a video talking about the Rams' new logo, talking about logos and branding in general, talking about, oh, I cannot wait to see what the new Chargers logo and uniform is going to look like. And lo and behold, just 2 hours after that video went live, the Chargers dropped their brand new logo all over social media. Boom, there it is. And it's like, oh, okay, cool. You know that video you made? It's already out of date. What's going on, TD Nation? It's your boy Dizzy. How we doing today? Hope we're all staying safe. Hope we're all washing our hands, using sanitizer. All means staying clean, social distancing. Yeah, you practicing it? Real exciting stuff this week. For the first time, we got to see the brand new Chargers logo for the 2020 season and beyond. Boom, here it is. Exciting times, man. Now, I know a lot of you who aren't as keen onto details may be looking at it and be like, well, you know, it looks very similar to logos in the past. So I'm gonna go ahead and break it down for you really quick from a nitpicky bootleg graphic designer who made his own Twitch layouts, and that's about all he knows how to do. First and foremost, the most obvious change, they have completely eliminated any traces of navy blue from the logo whatsoever. You'll notice the old bolt was filled in gold, had a powder blue line around that, and then had a navy blue line around that. And the whole premise of that was that the current iteration of jerseys, they wanted to make sure that they acknowledged every single era, so that they featured the gold fill-in of some of the older school logos like 60s, 70s, 80s, but they also had the powder blue as part of the logo and the navy as part of the logo. They've stripped away the navy, 100% commitment to powder blue. I think it's going to be dope. Obviously, we saw those as the primary jerseys last season. This move doesn't surprise me. Next thing I want to point out, they have removed the striping from the bottom of the lettering. Now, one thing I do want to point out, one of the homies who's a subscriber to this channel watches me over on Twitch. By the way, I stream on Twitch, twitch.tv/DizzyHD, link in the description, 3 times a week, usually 2-3 times a week. Anyways, did do a slight tweak redesign. You may have seen it on Twitter or Chargers Reddit or something of that nature. Basically, I'll put it right here. He basically took the current new logo and just kind of put some sort of striping towards the bottom of the lettering, kind of that we featured in the past. Thoughts on the, you know, comments below. But a couple other things that are maybe not as noticeable. If you really pay attention, the bolt curvature has been flattened out a little bit. This is basically in an attempt to streamline the look of the bolt, make it more sleeker, like give it more direction, if that makes sense. I've heard in the past, like graphic designers, one of the things that go into designing an effective logo is does the still image have a motion to it? And the flattening of the bolt versus the super curved bolt, like flattening it out just a little bit, gives it more of a sleeker, like streamlined direction movement look to it. Does that make sense? And then also something else that really you don't notice, and I didn't even notice because I read like a little thing talking about it from the one of the people who designed the bolt. If you look at the old bolt versus the new bolt, the cutback line is that, you know, the little zigzag in the bolt. If you look at the zigzag, the front of the old bolt is elongated. If you look at the new one, it's very symmetrical. So it's like, you know, even distances between each little cutback of the bolt. Again, if you're really into the like graphic design school of thought, symmetry is everything. So they added symmetry to the logo, they streamlined it, gave it a new font, and of course one of my favorite details is the little lightning bolt on the A of Chargers. To me, I don't know why, I think that's the dopest little detail, especially when we were watching some of those promo videos on social media over the past week or so, when it says the Chargers across and then the little animation of the lightning bolt comes down and strikes the A and it sticks there with the, I don't know, I thought that part was cool. So all in all, I think it's dope. I honestly, I'm one of the main thing that they were going for is that they didn't want to recreate the wheel. They didn't want to completely change something that was already, I mean, we already know the Chargers have the best logos and uniforms in all of sports. I'm just gonna say it, not just football, all of sports. I don't care, fight me. But like, you didn't need to change a whole lot. You just made the minor tweaks, the addition of symmetry, you know, the flattening out a little bit to give it a little bit more motion, a little streamlined motion, updated font that just looks, I don't know, more modernized, I guess. You know, all these little details, trying to just make adjustments and tweaks without changing the identity, the soul, the vibe that you get from the lightning bolt, the Chargers logo, the seeing the team name, you know what I'm saying? And then of course the colors, just a full commitment back to powder blue. I guess, I don't know if the blue is slightly lighter, but I know the gold is a lighter shade of gold or whatever, or yellow. I saw the phrase sunshine yellow being used a lot. Obviously powder blues is this, we don't call it light blue or sky blue, it's the powder blues. So the yellow, being that it's not like a yellow or gold, it's sunshine yellow. It's a brighter yellow than the old Bolt. So that's another tweak in there. Who knows what the jerseys are gonna end up looking like. Obviously home and away, we're probably gonna get a powder blue jersey with white, and we're probably gonna get a white jersey with powder blue numbers. I don't know that for a fact. I don't have inside information, so don't take what I'm saying and run with it and say, oh, Dizzy said it's this, so I already know what the jersey's gonna look like. No. I'm 100% assuming, but I can't imagine they would be anything different from that. A lot of people speculated, oh, we should bring the numbers back on the helmets, for the simple fact that the Bolt doesn't have the same curvature it used to. I'm thinking that instead of being like this high arcing bolt across the helmet, I'm thinking it's going to be a more sleek streamline through the middle. And because of that reason, the whole reason it was a high arcing bolt was to fit a number underneath the bolt. So I'm pretty sure there's not going to be numbers, unless of course they have a retro alternate look or whatever. That's one other thing I want to mention, and it's still, I think, a maybe, and it wouldn't even be effective until the 2021 season. But the NFL is reconsidering its helmet rule, where players have to wear the exact same helmet throughout the duration of the season. This means that whatever color helmet the team wears, they can only wear that color helmet. And that's why you don't see a lot of teams, or any teams really, wear any of their throwbacks. I think the Falcons are like one of the few teams, if anyone, that actually has a throwback as their alternate. So obviously, in any case, breaking all that stuff down, let me know your thoughts and feelings in the comments below, because I'd love to hear them. What do you guys think? I mean, from what I'm gauging, just keeping my ear to the streets on Twitter and on social media and things like that, sounds like Charger fans everywhere are hyped. I mean, it sounds like we're all on board with this. Rams fans were publicly displeased about their new logos and branding. That's their problem, don't really care. I'm just happy that our fan base is happy and excited about something for once together. Oh, and goes without, I gotta make sure I mention that smiley face thing that they kind of posted. It was a smiley face with the tongue out and the two lightning bolts as eyes. That's dope as hell. I'm gonna need like a phone case with that on it or something like that, or give me some give me a hat, give me some merch. Give me like a hat with that smiley face, or give me like a shirt with like the smiley face logo right here, or something that just says Chargers, and then like it's a smiley face thing with the bolt eyes on the back. I don't know. Make it happen, Chargers. I will rock the hell out of that merch, you know what I mean? I hope you guys are as passionate as I am, man. I'm excited. As I was saying in my last video, the what's in a logo video, I feel like this is like, and maybe it's half because it's a post Phillip Rivers era, but it's obviously, regardless, it was going into the new stadium. They want to have a new look. Obviously, you have a young core nucleus. You know, you have Keenan, who's still in his prime. You know, you have Mike Williams, you have Bosa, you have Derwin James, you have, you know, a couple other of the young guys who are like first and second years, up and coming. Whoever you draft, you know, with the 6th pick, of course, I'm sure is gonna, well, hopefully be an impact for years to come. I mean, it makes sense right now. And I'm glad, because the rumor was thrown out there a few years ago that the Chargers may completely rebrand and change their team name and logo and map and everything 100% across the board. And I'm so glad they didn't. I feel like that would have been the biggest mistake ever. But I truly believe that, you know, the timing's obviously where it should be, but they didn't mess it up. And I cannot wait to see these new uniforms. You already know I'm gonna have to chalk up some money and get that new uni once it comes out. So Chargers, same offer as before. You know where to find me. My business email, linked in the description below. If you want to do something special, collaborate on the New Jersey reveal, let me know. I can have the YouTube side of it covered. Oh my God, that's crazy. Whoa, you know, hit me up. That being said, nothing else left to do but wrap it up here. Follow me on social media, Twitter and Instagram, linked in the description below. Like I said, leave in the comments your thoughts on anything. Also, you know, if you do follow me on social media, I do interact a lot on Twitter. I mean, that's, you hear from me the most on there. I have no problem sharing my thoughts any time of the day. Subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a like on the video if you enjoyed this content. And nothing else left to say, but I will see you guys in the next one. And peace.